trader, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the midday market recap. Thank you very much for joining, taking the time and joining another live where we go over what's happening with the SPY, Qs, friends, and more Q&A from you guys. Hi Offer, thank you very much for joining. Who's with me? Don't be shy, say hi. We are live. Let's see what's going on. We have some meltdown. If you can see here, we have over here, we have the US 500 4 hours. This is my main screen. Let me just move a little bit. Now you can see this is my main screen. This is what I watch during hours and after hours during trading week, Monday till Friday. We have the US 500 15 minutes futures over here. We have the futures over here, 4 hours. We have the SPY 15 minutes over here and the SPY 65 over here. I use the SPY 65 because 6 candle of 65 will give us full day candle. So on the 4 hours, if you saw the pre-market, we said that once this will break to the downside, we are heading towards the 45.57. Now let's see, this level needs to hold. It was a very interesting support over here, major support over here, resistance over here, now needs to act as support. Below it, we are heading towards 44.33. We can be a little bit more accurate. And now we have uptrend, retracement. Here you have it, 50% retracement. Down and under, we have the 44.34. And the Qs, same thing, double top at the 65. Double top of the 380. Now 373 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards 372, and then 364 will not be surprising. Hi Ophir, hi Leah, hi Aslan. I will take requests and reply your requests in just a little bit. Hi Ron, thank you very much for joining. I do appreciate it. Just do me one small favor, hit a like, subscribe, share with friends, and hit the notification bell. It would make me very happy. Help me grow this channel, reach as much audience as I can, so we can share our knowledge with many more traders. On the 15 minutes, 373 needs to hold, otherwise 371. Hi Itamar, thank you very much for joining. Crude oil, 4 hours, held the 86 area, now bouncing back up. Let's see continuation above 88, where oil might be heading next. First, we have this major trend line that helps us to identify the higher highs. Next will be around 92, 93 area. I will look at all your requests. I just want to get over with this recap so we all know where market is now. 88, above 88, 89, and then 92. This is, in my opinion, where oil is heading. On the SPY daily, 3 consecutive down candles. Next will be 443. Below it, we are heading towards, once again, this purple trend line. On the Qs, same thing, down retracement. 372 is the next support. Below it, 367. On the Dow, here we are, once again, 344, which is also the 618 retracement from this small uptrend. Now we also have this trend line to help us identify the short-term lower highs. We have a longer term trend line that helps us to identify the higher lows. Overall, we can see some kind of a consolidation in the past few weeks on the Dow. Let's see where the Dow is heading. A weekly close below this purple trend line, and then we are heading towards the 339 gap. Below it, we have also another gap at the 331. IWM now once again reaching this trend line. This trend line needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards the 176. September, are you going to be a red month? Bitcoin nothing much, Ethereum nothing much, KRE same as IWM. Here we are. Thank you very much. Hi Iran, hi Ofek, hi Michael, thank you very much for joining. KRE, once again, trend line needs to hold, otherwise this gap will get filled. When you see a gap, whether it's to the downside or to the upside, more than 80% chance it will get filled. Now let's talk about Apple. Let's check Apple on the intraday. As you can see over here, let's go to the 65 minutes on Apple. We don't need Fibonacci because we clearly see where Apple is at. First 65 minutes went down 2.8% to the downside. Now a doji. Now let's see where Apple is heading. Continuation to the downside. 181 is next support. If you're lazy and you don't want to look left to identify where Apple is heading next, 183. Below it, we are heading 181. Below 181, 179. No need to guess, but we still have this trend line. So the 183 together with this red trend line needs to hold. Failing to hold, 65 minutes closing below it, and we are heading towards 181. Let's see Tesla on the 65. Went down 3.8% to the downside on the first 65 minutes. Now we have this trend line holding for now. Let's see where Tesla might be heading next. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. We need to be more accurate, so we take this swing low to this swing high. Breaking below this red trend line, we are heading 242, and then we have a double top scenario towards the 232. What else do we have? Let's check Roku. We took swing Roku yesterday. If you follow me on Twitter and you are in Fibonacci-Traders Discord, you know we went long on Roku yesterday because it broke above a resistance, this resistance. It broke above this resistance, then we went long, swing long. And today, once market, the opening bell, 5 minutes later, we took everything out because we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled, and we took our profit somewhere between the 94.50, 95. Ofek, you are here, let me know. You can contribute to this swing. We went out, we took all the position out around 94.50, something like this. And since then, continuing to the downside because gaps are meant to be filled. What else do we have? Nvidia. Just going down. Next support 461.20. For now, doji inside candle after this downtrend, the first 65 minutes. Same as the rest of the market, just flash down. Now doji indecision, and for now this candle, the third hour, still inside candle indecision. AMD on the intraday, we can see an uptrend each and every time price reached this lower trend line, bounced. Each and every time price reached this trend line, got rejected and went to the downside. Now let's see where AMD is going. If you want to go long, I would wait and see if we're going to reach this trend line over here and then back up. What else do we have? Netflix, nothing much. Double top. Now a doji of the 443. Let's see if this 443 will hold. Very interesting resistance over here. Breaking down and under. Next will be the 437. Let's see. What else do we have? Apple, I'm going mainly. You want Apple? Let's check Apple on the daily. Apple on the daily. Here we are. Did not close this gap yet. 183 is the next support. Below it, 178.66. Next. Icho, yes, but it went up mainly because of the good news it has, not because she broke above resistance. The gap up today is because of the news. But if you notice, news follows price. I have so many examples for this. News follows price. Check out Tesla, for example. Tesla last week had 2 consecutive dojis. Let's clean the chart. 2 consecutive dojis of the 618 Fibonacci retracement. Then came Friday with the bad news. But we all know that dojis are an indecision in the market, and after a rally like this one, when you see a doji, and here you see 2 consecutive dojis, you know that a retracement, a pullback, a reversal of the trend will appear. And then came out the news. Roku, same thing. We have waited long time for a daily break above the 83.44, 83.50. Once it broke to the upside, we went long. And then came the news. I have so many examples. You're more than welcome to join our Discord, and you will see, also follow me on Twitter. You will see that also news follows price. Everything follows price. What else? What else? Perion. Let's check Perion. Everything is technical analysis. Perry. Looking good. Looking good. We have over here a trend line that helps us to identify the higher highs since May. We can take Fibonacci also. Swing high, swing low. Now, next resistance, 36.77, above 36.77. In my opinion, this purple trend line is next. But once price reaches this purple trend line, if you are long, you need to take under consideration that this trend line is a very tough resistance. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. So if we look left, if we learn from the history of price, we need to take under consideration that the next time we will have once more a pullback. Breaking above this area, weekly close above this area, she's going high, high, high towards, is this all-time highs? Yeah, she's going all-time highs, but only a weekly close above this area. What do we have more? SE. We had a gap to the downside over here. Looks like trying to bounce off the 35 area. Next resistance, 41. Above it, 45.70, and then towards this gap over here. We have more resistance levels over here, but a weekly close above it, we are heading towards 55.77. If you are not long yet, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, everything you see in here on my video and on my channel is for educational purposes only. Always do your own due diligence, never follow blindly anyone on social media, and it doesn't matter how many subscribers they have on YouTube, it doesn't matter how many followers they have on Twitter, Instagram, or on any social media. Once you have your set of rules, follow your set of rules. In the end of the day, there is no wrong or right. No one knows better than you. We also have a trend line over here that might be a tough resistance. Once price will reach it, take a screenshot and follow this price. What else? SE. SE we just did. SoFi. If you can see, SoFi is moving between the 790 and the 10 since June. 3 months sideways move. We can see, if you're a pattern seeker, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but patterns are not reliable because anyone can see a different pattern. Some will see inverted head and shoulders, some will see inverted cup and handle, some will see bullish flag. All you need to do is ignore the patterns, follow price, short below if you want to go long. If you're long already, your stop should be just below this 790. If you want to go long, I would wait for a weekly close above 890 or 9, and then towards this area of the 10-15 once again. AFRM. If you have any other questions, requests, feedbacks, comments, let me know anything that you have. Not only about technical analysis. If you want to talk about trading psychology, full-time trader, how long does it take, or any other questions. AFRM, we have this. Let's see about this. Like this. Yeah, looks good. 2 consecutive dojis. This 1970 needs to now get retested as support. It was a very tough resistance. Now it needs to get retested as support. If you are long on AFRM, I would put my stop just below this. You can also use ATR. If you don't know how to use ATR, you're more than welcome to check Fibonacci Traders Academy playlist. I have a special video on how to use ATR to manage your stops. More NVAX. Nothing. We have here support. We have here all this area. It's an area of resistance, as you can see. Very tough resistance since February 2023. Long, a weekly close above this area. Until it's not closing above this area, no long. If you are a pattern seeker, you can see inverted head and shoulders. But once again, don't rely on patterns. What else? MSCI. We have this purple trend line holding the higher lows. If you want to go long, in my opinion, only above a close, maybe a weekly close above 290, 291, and then with high probability, this gap will get filled sometime soon. If you are long already on MSCI, your stop should be just below this purple trend line, or use Fibonacci and ATR. Any more questions? Any more requests? Let's see. And we are going down once again now towards the 4 43, you can see this Fibonacci support breaking to the downside, and we are heading towards 444. Might be support. Below it, 443, 440. Leah. Now I know your name. Thank you very much. What do we have? Disney. Roku we did. Amit, thank you very much for joining. We just went through Roku. Once this live is over, check. Once again, this live from the beginning of this video, you will see we talked about Roku. Disney, this area, the 85 was a very important level of support. As you can see, throughout Disney's life. Support over here, support over here, support over here, support over here, and then broke to the downside, 3 consecutive dojis. Now we have a gap to the upside. Overall sentiment, very, very bearish. And we also have this green trend line that helps us to identify the bearish sentiment. This green trend line goes all the way back to September of 2021. 2 years of a downtrend. So until we have at least 2 weeks above this green trend line, and I'm talking 2 weeks closing above this green trend line, don't look for long on Disney. Again, my opinion, I would not be surprised to see Disney touching once again this trend line, this white trend line to the downside. What else? What else do we have? iShield, thank you very much. Amit, appreciate the feedback. If you guys can just keep it in English, so viewers from all around the world will understand us. I'm also from Israel, but this is an English speaking channel. By the way, if you want, FTNT, of course. If you want, next week, hopefully, I have a big surprise for the Hebrew speaking crowd. For now, we have the one-on-one live mentorship program, which is available in English and Hebrew. And we have the online program, same program, but pre-recorded, basically. For now, it's in English. Both programs give you lifetime access for support, guidance, guaranteed lifetime access, guaranteed. I have students from 2 years ago still come to me from time to time with questions. We do sometimes one-on-one live with the students. It's only me. I don't have any other one, any other team. It's only me. It's not like I'm selling you something and then some other trader will go live with you for the mentorship program. No, it's me. So check it out. And the online program, maybe until the end of next week, we will be in another language. So feel free to check the links in the description below. FTNT 62, very tough resistance, not surprising. It's where the gap went all the way down. Also over here, resistance above it, weekly close above the 62. And in my opinion, this gap will get filled. Not in 1 week, but the way up, it's like a void. It will suck price towards it. What else do we have? PTC. By the way, I have positioned FTNT and CBRE. I have position in these two. I hold also Microsoft. These are my swings. SNPS. I'm waiting to see if we can get today and tomorrow a clear break and a close above the 4666, and then we are going long using Fibonacci as our risk management. FSLY, if I remember correctly, FSLY is in an uptrend channel. Here we are, uptrend channel for 5 consecutive dojis, which means bulls are getting weaker and weaker. 2290 needs to hold the support, otherwise we have all the levels to the downside, maybe all the way back to this purple trend line. And then the way back. But for now, if you are looking to go long on FSLY, only a break above 2430 and above this trend line, and then we might consider re-entering a long position. I said I have CBRE, FTNT, Microsoft, and I'm waiting for SNPS to close today and tomorrow above the 4666. AMR, this is a new, what is this? AMR, Alpha Metallurgical Resources. What's the volume on this? Very low volume, but let's check the weekly. Broke above this area a few weeks back. Will not be surprised if this area will get retested as support. Let's see on the daily. We have an uptrend. 2 consecutive dojis off a trend line. We have a gap over here at the 203, 204. Looks like it needs to get filled. We have another gap over here. So pay attention to the gaps. If you're long, you need to manage your stop very carefully now. If you're not long yet, this is not the time, in my opinion. LMT. Just take 1 second, hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and hit the notification bell. LMT, downtrend, nothing much. If you have long position on LMT, you need a stop loss. Let's take it from here. We can take it also from here. Next, 419 together with this trend line. And trend lines helps us to identify we are in a downtrend. So no long position yet, only maybe retesting this purple trend line, same as it did here. Look for a bounce. But for now, it's in a downtrend. PTC. Thank you for the reminder. It's this one. PTC, no, it's this one. Tough resistance, all this area. Just by looking left. Once you train your eyes to look left, it will be much easier for you to know where price is heading next. Not surprising, this resistance, now support, doji, below it, 141. If you want to take long continuation only above the 148, 147. Any more questions? Any more requests? You also have trend lines to help you identify this trend. Trend lines, as opposed to any other indicators, they are the true roadmap for future price action. And as long as PTC is inside this two trend lines, the way is up. Hi, Arik. FSLY we just did 1 minute ago. 2 minutes ago, we just did FSLY. Any more questions, requests? Let's check again. And we are heading towards the 444 area. 44.34 is incoming. If you have long positions, this is the time to manage your risk, which means tighten your stop losses. Take some profits. No one got broken from taking profits. Also on the Qs, 372 incoming. I will not be surprised if Qs will reach the 370 today, and SPY 443 maybe. No, it's too far. 441 for today is too far. In my opinion, 443.34 will be today. So, once again, I hope you found this live helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, hit the notification bell. Check the links in the description below for more educational resources. And until the next video, trade safe.